up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for this DC Universe animated movie, Batman vs. Two-Face. And as you can see, this is my Blu-ray copy that I have of it, Now somehow I knew about this movie, but I had somehow missed like the release date of it by some chance, But then I went ahead and got it anyway, And I must say it was pretty entertaining. Now I actually thought this was better than Batman Return of the Cape Crusaders, because both of these films are set like in the world of the 1960s television series Batman, and you also have Adam West, which is like his final role too. Like this was his last performance. He returns to voice like Bruce Wayne, Batman, and then you have Burt Ward who returns to voice Dick Grayson, Robin, and then you have Julia Newmar. She returns to voice, like Catwoman, Now the big part, I guess you could say of this film is the idea that William Shatner is cast as the villain Two-Face. Like Harvey Dent, he provides the voice of Harvey Dent, Two-Face. So I thought that was seemed kind of odd, but kind of interesting too as well. Now this film was directed by Rick Morales, and the plot of the film is dealing with the idea that, well, it starts off like Hugo Strange like conducting like an experiment which can supposedly extract the evil personalities from villains like the Joker, Two-Face, the Riddler, the Penguin, and so on. I think like Egghead and so on, he can actually extract their evilness, like their evil personalities, So once he's doing this experiment where Batman and Robin are present too as well, you have Harvey Dent there as well too, So once he is doing the experiment, something causes like this explosion. And then like Harvey Dent gets affected, and that's when he becomes Two-Face, like this like stuff like burn his face up and stuff, and he becomes Two-Face, So in this film you actually get to see like the birth of Two-Face from their point of view. Now after this happened, I thought when he became Two-Face, I thought they could have did better than that, but the way they did it, but it was okay, There's also other scenes in the film too I thought were kind of like off, and they didn't really push hard enough to actually make more sense, But somehow they managed to get Harvey Dent under control, and they managed to actually lock Two-Face away, like the personality, Being that he does have like that split personality, that's where they actually managed to lock that away, But like months later, you have like these crimes began to happen, like with King Tut, he steals like an airplane, and then you have this villain, which I didn't know, known as I think Bookworm. He's actually like committing like crimes like rare books or something like that. Now it turns out both of their crimes are actually connected, and then Batman and Robin, they actually eventually figure out that the crimes are connected to like Two-Face, who they thought was like gone, or like disbanded, because they thought Harvey Dent was normal, but apparently Two-Face is still around, but they don't know if it's really like Harvey Dent, or so on, The one thing that's still cool about it, being that Two-Face is one of my favorite like Batman villains too as well. He always like flips the coin, just like he usually do, to make a decision whether or not he should commit the crime or not commit it, So I think it's cool that they stay true to that. But it is like some kind of like plot thing in here where he actually can, I don't want to spoil it, but he's actually able to make his face like clear up. And he actually can affect other people, because at one point, like Robin himself gets affected with the same like toxin, I think, and it makes Robin's face like half scarred, just like Two-Face, But for some reason, he can actually like heal it too. So I thought that was kind of odd. They didn't really go into like deep enough explanation for why it was like that, But overall, my only problems with the film, well, not problems. I thought it was okay, was like certain things like that, that I thought were kind of off, they didn't give like a strong enough explanation. But being that it was based like in the world of the 60s television series, it kind of makes sense. And some of the things that they had, and I felt from my opinion could get away, Now, the only thing about what's cool, it really does look like the 60s television show. Just like the Batman Return of the Cape Crusaders, the previous film, it does look exactly like that, like it's set in the world of that TV show, which is cool. And the animation in this film is like superb. It looks beautiful and excellent, Everybody looked just how they looked it on the show itself, even like the people who are performing the parts, besides like Adam West, Burt Ward, and Julia Newmar, I think they did a good job, portraying like the Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin, they seem very similar to how they were on the show, Another thing that was kind of cool is this is actually Adam West's last performance as a Bruce Wayne Batman. Actually his last role appearance, before he died here recently, So that's kind of a sad thing, And they also have like tribute like specials on this Blu-ray version I have of it too. They also have tributes to him on here as well, on this film. It has some awesome action scenes, like whenever like action scenes are happening, they are cool, exciting and stuff, It's like the show, you know. And in some ways, I actually thought this was like better than the Batman Return of the Cape Crusades. The previous one, I thought this was kind of better than that to a certain extent, you know. But overall, you know, like I said, the only other thing I noticed too was like just like I said, like in the previous one, Return of the Cape Crusaders, like the look of like Commissioner Gordon, he looks completely different than how he actually looked on the '60s television show. He looks more like more modern, like Gordon that we know with the mustache. You know, he looks kind of different, you know. But and then Alfred himself even kind of different than how he looks on the show. He doesn't have on the glasses, you know. But in Batman vs. Two-Face, and I thought William Shatner himself, I thought he did a pretty good job in the role because he has to voice both Harvey Dent and Two-Face too as well. So I thought he was pretty good, and you know, like when he's Harvey Dent, it seemed kind of like dull, you know. But when he's like Two-Face, I thought he did a good job, you know, like with the aggressiveness and like the evilness and stuff. I thought he did a good job there, you know. But in Batman vs. Two-Face, I am giving this a B-, and I would highly recommend this for fans of like these two films, you know, like the previous one, Batman Return of the Cape Crusaders, and this one, since they are set in the world of the '60s television series. I would definitely recommend it for fans of that show, especially if you're a fan of the actual live-action show itself, you know. So yeah, I'm giving Batman vs. Two-Face, I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.